It's hot. Really hot. I live on the highest floor. Nice view, but damn, all the heat just rises up and conjugates into my apartment. Plus, being on the highest floor means all the heat from the sun is coming through the roof. Just going up the stairs feels like I'm walking into the ninth nether dimension of hell. With global temperatures rising, I'm sure there's gonna be many more hot days to come, but I'll be ready. And now, so will you. My fans are great and cool. I love my fans. You're the best.
Here comes your snack fan, Mr. Fan. Ah!
But some can be quite noisy, which makes it hard to work on music and mixing it. This quickly gets some of the duh things out of the way. Take cold showers. Don't eat warm food. Wear less. If you can get AC, do it. It's amazing. My dad has it, and it's like walking into a different climate. He has his external unit out on the balcony, but I don't have a balcony or access to my roof, so getting an AC is kind of out of the question for me. Opening windows is good if the air outside the window is cooler. Living on a busy street, though, makes me less want to have it open all the time because of the noise. But if it's colder, I'll open it and just let the room breathe for a while. Curtains are good. You block the warm sunlight from getting into your room and warming things up. Plus, I love to live in darkness. Also, I got a light color. Lighter colors, like white, reflect sunlight more than darker colors. By that logic, I could have gotten some metallic reflective ones like you have for cars, but I might have been liable for any plane crashes I caused. Alright, breakthrough mind wave coming through here. So maybe we're looking at the problem wrong. I need to be cool. Me. At the moment, I'm trying to make the whole room cooler. What if we focus on skipping the middleman, which is the room, and just focus on making me cooler instead? A room is a bunch of meter threed. It's not squared. Cubed, that's it. It was cubed. And my body is just a percentage of that. So it should be a lot easier to just cool me instead. Now, I did a bit of research and it turns out you have some special places on your body called pulse points. If you cool these areas, you'll cool your whole entire body apparently. And you know pulse points are a real thing because I am reading about this from learningreligion.com. So ankles are a pulse point along with the tops of feet. Where the hell is the top of the foot? Is that the top? Is that the top? Is here? The others are your neck, the temples, which are the side of your head, inner wrist, inner bend of your elbows, and the back of your knees, and the inner thighs. Some other sites I also saw the groin area mentioned. And well, I was willing to freeze my balls off in the name of science. So I got this little pool of water and just filled it up with water from the tap. So upon trying it, my feet really did cool. It was quite refreshing. It was like just dipping into a swimming pool. I was worried after a couple of minutes that the water would just get warm again, but even a couple hours later, it was still pretty cool. I would make sure that you have a towel next by just so you can dry your feet when you want to walk somewhere so that you don't get wet footprints all over your house. You do want to be careful you don't knock this over. I got my computer on the ground, so that would be kind of tragic if a pool of foot water got inside. Now, the bucket of water works well because it can pool at your feet while you work at your desk or even sitting at the couch watching Family Guy. But the other areas are trickier unless you want to do this monstrosity. What I really need is clothing or wearable items that can apply cooling to me. And after looking for some things on the internet, I found a bunch of gel ice packs, which I remember using as a kid. That seemed to be the teacher's solution to any injury, was just put an ice pack on it. Here's some stuff I got. A water bottle neck cushion. Fill this up with water, put it in the fridge, and then put it around your neck.
Oh, it's got hearts on.
There's also gel variants of this for your neck, but I didn't get that. I did get a gel pack in this brace that you put around your elbows or knees. Remember, those are one of the pulse points on your body. I also got this ice pack thing that wraps around your waist and other various different size gel packs. And then I started going into like some weirder territories, being a little bit experimental here, seeing what works and what doesn't. I got an inflatable life vest. It's a bit of a novelty item, but I wanted to try filling it up with water. Would it apply the cold, cooling water effect all over my body? And the last item, ice vision. With these bad boys, I can freeze anyone and anything I look at. Melting ice cream? No more. Got lame, boring water? Yummy. Ice. Annoying boss? Tss. Not so cool now, are you? At this point, I wondered, why not just refrigerate my clothes? Clothes touch most of the pulse points, and we all have clothes and a fridge. Sure, they'll warm up eventually, but I could swap my t-shirt every hour or so. So I put my clothes in the refrigerator, and even a shirt in the freezer. I left them overnight, but after putting it on, it stopped being cold in like a minute. Compare that to the pool of water, which after a couple hours was still pretty cool. That was a disappointing result. I guess it's that water property that just keeps the coldness, and the fact that it's just a lot of water as well. But we'll see how the gel and the water variants work.
Okay, let's see if we can open this up. Ooh, that looks nice. That's a nice blue. Well, let's go and put these all in the fridge. Cool, bro.
The knee pad is made out of felt, so the Velcro strap can stick to any part of itself, and you can choose how tight or loose you want it. The nice thing about gel is that it takes form around your leg and applies cooling evenly. I had left it in the fridge and it wasn't icy cold or anything, but having it pressed against my leg for a while did build up the coolness nicely. The wrap is really meant for sitting or lying down. When walking around, it felt like it would fall down, but while sitting at a desk, it isn't a problem. How long does it last though? About whatever I say it, the time on the screen. It's nice while sitting down. You can still move your feet around, fold your legs, whereas with the foot pull, you're confined to the space of the pool. I guess that's the appeal of gel pack slippers. The downside is you need to prepare ahead of time. If you forget to put one of the gel packs in the fridge, then you're out of luck and have to wait. Whereas the foot bath, you just put water straight in from the tap and it's ready to go. No preparation needed. It doesn't last as long as the foot pull either. So you'll need to keep cooling them again if you want it to work well, which means you need more gel packs. I think you can just use a regular gel pack. It should work, it just won't fit in as nicely. And of course, you have to buy 2 of them, otherwise you're only cooling one leg, and the other one will feel left out.
Slushy.
Onto the neck water cushion. Some preparation is needed. You just fill it up with water and put it in the fridge.
Whoa, you feel some weight around here, but it's not crazy amount of weight. You're not really I think you'd get used to it pretty quickly. Nice benefit of this little, it feels like every time I'm recording this way, I feel like I'm trying to show off my apartment. Whoa, what's that in the background? You see that? You see that? Nah, you don't. Oh, what's that? What? Nah, that's nothing. Okay, 1 hour in. It still feels pretty cold. When I felt it first, I felt like, oh, this felt's gonna block all the cold really from getting through. But it slowly comes out and it builds up. It gets colder over time. Yeah, but overall, really not so bad. What we got here? Ah, yes. It's just been refrigerating overnight. Transition. Oh. Greetings. Oh. So this has only been in the fridge, not even in the freezer, but it's really cold. So it's touching the temples. Fashionable as well. What I was impressed with is that your vision really isn't that much impaired. You hardly notice it. It kind of just disappears when you're looking around. And you could honestly work with this. I was trying to eat at one point, so I was having to look down. Then this area does kind of get a little annoying because that's kind of oh, you can't see if it's going into your mouth or into your nose. Just drinking some homemade iced tea that I made myself at home. I'm now wearing this neck water bottle without the felt on it, and much as I thought, the plastic is just a little icky to get on your skin. It drags and it tears. It's a lot more abrasive. Compare that to the plastic on here. This is a really nice plastic. I don't know how the technology is different.
I just realized you could quickly replace the water in the neck cushion with cold water that you've been refrigerating, so you wouldn't need to wait for it to cool down once it got warm. So that's a neat trick. I then got this gel pack that wraps around your waist. I like this one a lot. I do wish mine can be a little tighter, but it cools a wide area. The waist isn't one of the pulse points, but it definitely feels like one of the warmer areas of my body. Plus you can flip it around and put it on your back or wrap it around your shoulder. With the other loose gel packs, you have to be creative. These longer ones can easily hang over my shoulders, so those work well. But anywhere else, you will probably need something extra. I taped some to my wrist. Yeah. The theory of pulse points is that if you cool that area, the body will then circulate that coldness around you. Then why not just cool the heart area? Because that's the main source of all circulation. But how are we going to get a gel pack to stay there? Well, ask your mom if you can borrow her bra. Just tell her you want to be cool. She'll understand. I guess that just leaves the fun factory. Actually, the femoral artery actually runs up the sides of the leg. So it's more that area, but extreme amounts of heat to the sac can cause infertility. So I'm just playing it safe. Well, Here goes.
Oh.
I wondered if putting a small mini fridge near me would have that same effect of hanging around the fridge with an open door, but it's a big investment, so I didn't really want to buy one and it not work. I did look up how fridges work though. Pretty damn simple. You just circulate cold liquid around what you want to cool. That's it. What a fridge does to get that cold liquid and what it does when the liquid gets hot is pretty interesting, but nothing I was gonna recreate. But if you had a cold liquid moving around you, you'd be the one getting cold, just like the inside of a fridge. One of my ideas was to freeze bottles of water. I was doing this at first just so I could drink cold water whilst it melts, but I wanted to try some other stuff too. Does just having them near me cool me down? Will it like cool the air around me?
Not especially.
I could have them press against me, maybe put one on my back.
Okay, now I'm just putting it like so. It's icy. You could roll it up your back. Oh my god, it's cold compared to some of the other things like the gel that wraps around you, the neck thing, and even the eye. Like this is probably the most uncomfortable out of them all. It just feels like a big frozen bottle. Not particularly nice at all. What I did want to try though, I have a big shirt, an American, I don't sports. Just put this over the chair. Also with these like American jerseys, sport thing. Oh, they have little holes in them, so you're kind of like letting some circulation, not keeping all the coldness in. Put that over. It's gonna be pretty bad with just one. If I had the other one as well, then I could have them spread out, so it'd be a lot more flat. Because as of this moment, it's just. Oh, let's see if I can just get it to stay and then sit. All right, here goes. Out, I'm sitting. All right, yeah, it's not comfortable at all. The other thing I want to try was just putting this in front of a fan and seeing if it just blows all the cold air in front of me. I can hold it here and just try and feel. I notice it blocking the airflow. I can't really say if that's a lot cooler though, to be honest. Yeah, this one's not crazy. If I put it behind, will that have any effect? It's honestly like so hard. If there is a difference, it's not drastic. It's not a huge difference. I'm gonna have this strapped to my seat rest. That would be cool. Like have your whole arm on here. Hell yeah. Put some duct tape around it. It's been about 3 hours since taking this out of the freezer. It honestly is still pretty cold. It's really wet. It's a good thing this towel is still there to kind of soak up the droplets.
To make a long story short, it sucked and I never did it again.
Right, so I'm trying to fill this life vest up with water. This would be a lot easier if you had some sort of tube that could go into there. But you might be like wasting a lot of water. So if you don't want to do that, then I'll plug the sink so water doesn't drain, and then you can reuse the water for something else, like putting in the foot pools. You could also try blowing water directly through this, which is easier. It's kind of gross considering it's been in your mouth and everything, but I won't tell if you don't. All right, moment of truth. Well, here we go. Here we are with the life vest thing on. Okay, let me just like show the side. I don't know if you're gonna get my good angle. Okay, we good? Yeah. So there's like a pool of water on my neck, although it droops down, so it really doesn't touch me or anything. This stuff is pretty heavy. One of my biggest fears was this breaking and having leaks and just like getting water all over the freaking floor. But there are no leaks. I'm pretty impressed. I wouldn't know really how to fix that, maybe by putting duct tape on it, but there has been no leaks at the moment. I was expecting at least one. So I've been keeping this in the fridge overnight. I will say though, the moment I put it on, I could feel the coolness. I really could. There's like all along, mostly like at the top of my ass, but also on my back. I'm gonna try sitting down with this on. Oh, okay, so now that we're sitting down, yeah, you see the thing in the background? Yeah, that's right. It's just there, it's just hanging out there. So now this is on my back, this pool of water encased in here. It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's not a bad result, to be honest. The problem is because it's so heavy, it just like keeps falling down the chair and keeps dragging down. Now there might be good ways to putting this on. Maybe I can put one of the sleeves around the sides of the chair so it has a better fit, though it's still pretty cold, especially like the large area of waters like over here. Hey, look, now we've got these big bags of water. This is not a bad setup for the thing. And let me just sit down. I couldn't say, yeah, this is a great, comfortable solution, but I could see myself using it when you really want to be cold.
Conclusion time. What did we really learn? Was all of this worth it? Well, yeah, slapping on a gel pack when you start to get uncomfortably hot is great. I don't think the pulse points are some sort of secret life hack, because putting something cold on you is nice regardless. What it really comes down to, for me, is just how convenient it is to use. Gel packs. A lot of them are decent. There are probably the most expensive things on this list, but also the most professional. The ones that wrap around you are definitely practical for staying onto you. It depends on the size of how long they tend to last. For instance, the face masks don't last long at all, and the novelty wears off pretty quick. That's why you get the full-on face gel mask. Not only does everything you see turn to ice, but everything you smell and taste as well. I did like the multi-purpose one that could be on your stomach or on your back or on the shoulders. So from the gel packs, that's an easily recommendable one. Water pool, no preparation needed, cools very well and relatively inexpensive too. The annoying thing is having to dry your feet and being confined to that space. And you also don't want it to ever leak around your desk, but on a hot day, it's still pretty nice. Neck bottle. Filling it up with water isn't too tricky, and if you replace it with colder water, you could constantly keep it cold. It's a bit of a weight on your neck, but won't prevent you from moving around. Ice water bottles. Coolness lasts a long time, but they're just not practical to press against you. It doesn't take shape around your skin, and the outside becomes very wet. It's like the emergency way of getting cool if you had nothing better. It works, but at what cost? Life vest. The dumbest idea on the list, but it actually works well. A lot of preparation and effort to get ready, but once you put it on the chair and it touches your back, it will cool you. I wouldn't bother wearing it due to its weight. Plus, it takes a lot of space up in the fridge, but it wasn't expensive. I think it could go very wrong if it ever leaks or bursts. It wasn't made to be carrying all this weight and water inside. So that's a potential point of failure, but the liquid in the vest will shape around you, so that's nice. Yeah, I think that's it. That's pretty much what I've been doing. Nobody asked for this video, but I did it anyways because I was hot and I needed to cool down. So in other news, I am now done with college. I am a college graduate right here. Feels really good to be done with that. In a way, this video was also almost like a room tour. I'm still getting used to the place. And now that I don't have college, I'm hoping to just do this full time. This is the moment. This is the moment of truth. Will I be able to do this full time? We'll find out. We're going for it. From this day forward, I'm a YouTuber, baby. I'm Mr. YouTube. But to be that person, I can't do it alone. I have to thank the students that I teach in my lessons. I wouldn't be able to move out, have my own apartment without their continued support. If you want to support me, I have a Patreon. I teach lessons, and they're actually about production and not just lessons about how to stay cool. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Hell yeah.